Yeah. So you gonna roll with us?
I can't.
Why not? Oh, the police is after you, huh?
Nah. I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh, man.
Come on, let's hold the porch down.
What's up with this now? We holding the porch down, talking about just how reality's turned out. We ain't finished, ain't even finna be for a minute. Everybody's playing games, what's up then let's have a scrimmage. Gotta unify the cooler guys with you and now you must discuss truth and lies, eulogize the proof in time what makes us us. Ain't no way to be bored now. Come on, we off the porch now.
Yeah.
You want to talk about James Baldwin?
Of course.
Writer, civil rights movement activist. Born August 2nd, 1924. Yeah, died December the 1st, 1987. Gained acclaim for his novels, essays, plays, and poems during the civil rights era. Most of them center around race, politics, and sexuality. Just to note that. Because he was a gay man. So, as we all are... What? Go ahead.
Well, I was just about to speak on one thing that I recognize most from him is his conversation with Nikki Giovanni.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched that in full, that is just, man. And of course, quotes, just a little bit of knowledge from the civil rights times in school. Shame on me. But this is why we do this, right?
Right.
But always just like he's always been like a kind of a standout for me, just because, like I said, that for one, that conversation that's on YouTube, and then just the quotes, the artsiness, just kind of all around. He's a pretty unique guy for his time frame, especially, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, in 1948, what you think happened?
What year was he born?
1924?
Oh, he went to jail.
No.
Oh.
White folks didn't like you.
Same shit. He went to jail. White folks didn't like him. Same thing.
Yeah, same shit.
What happens when white folks don't like you? You go to jail.
You go to jail, or
I was
you
a step
leave.
ahead. That's all.
So in 1948, during at the height of racial discrimination, because they had no shit, and feeling creatively stifled, he went to Europe. And when he went to Europe, that was when he would write some of his most critically acclaimed literature.
Okay. We're going to have to talk about Jimi Hendrix at some point then, too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just a nigga that went to Europe series.
Yeah, niggas that went to Europe. Grace, James, Jimmy. So, yeah.
So he went to Europe.
Yeah, went to Europe, and got out of that creative funk. We as humans get into, we get those blocks, and he got out there and wrote and still some of the most impactful literature that I've read. Shout out to Brandon Pride for Notes of a Native Son. That was one of the ones that he got me to read. So,
Okay. I need to start reading more, and I think James Baldwin would be a pretty good start. But Yeah, but you know me, ADHD.
Mm-hmm. I do
I have less
fucking.
time. Like I used to not be okay with having to like hit a line or two a couple times. I used to hate
I
that. Then
yeah
when I got comfortable with it, I had kids.
yeah.
I do not have time to reread the lines anymore.
Listen, I so my books, I have a fucking highlighter, and I
uh,
have to fucking highlight stuff, and I'll highlight one paragraph and then not highlight the other one.
I think I'm gonna develop something with the 3D printer because I always said I want to engineer stuff since I have 3D knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I got an idea. I think I'm gonna make
Like a
a line
line
keeper.
thing. Yeah,
A
like a
line
line
keeper.
keeper.
You can just slide it down the page.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I a lot of I get audiobooks, or I'll like a lot of books on YouTube. I'll like The King in Yellow. I've listened to the whole entire book, which is like 10
Uh-huh.
hours.
Hmm.
So I like that's how I read now, just because my mental health is not the greatest, and I can't sit there and just read line for line.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but
I think
yeah,
I'm gonna have to look into that. I wonder what I could use.
yeah, but
Anyway.
so 60s he came back, and Baldwin was integral to the civil rights movement, and he became friends with Medgar and
Uh oh.
Malcolm
Uh
and
oh.
Maya and
Hmm.
Martin. All the whole hood. He was cool with them, and the deaths of these people inspired many of the novels, and also his novel. I think his novel about Malcolm. It's either a novel or a poem or something, or one of the two.
Hmm.
Is the uh, what inspired the script for Malcolm X, the movie.
Movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So that's where that comes from. Uh, yeah. So that yeah, his friends and stuff inspired a bunch of novels about race and relationships in America, and then also his work. It raised a lot of awareness about sexual sexual how do I say this?
I'm trying to think of the way. Oh, awareness.
Sexual
I don't know.
sexual and racial oppression. So it
Yeah.
kind of goes hand in hand. So it's like the fetishization and area of that, and the things of that nature.
The millennial in me wanted to say awareness so bad.
Right.
Yeah, but
So
not quite. Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah. Some of his notable works, you have "Go Tell It on the Mountain," obviously "Notes of a Native Son." Uh,
Oh, tell it on the mountain. Tell it on. Yep. I need
the
to go back.
Fire Next Time, Giovanni's Room, If Bill Street Could Talk, Another Country.
Okay,
Uh,
I need to watch if Bill Street could talk.
yeah.
Because I know that that was a movie that came out. I didn't watch it, and I didn't know it was James Baldwin work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now you got some homework, brother.
I got
A whole lot of
yeah,
homework.
homework.
You got a
I
whole
got
lot of homework.
homework. What? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I got I got a lot of work to do.
I
I got a lot
mean,
of work to do.
it's
Not
it's
like
it's
not like on the huh?
not only is it rewarding for you to know more about our history,
Mm,
it's rewarding to have that knowledge and be able to take that knowledge and give it to your children and make
Mm-hmm.
sure that that knowledge gets passed down through generations because it'll probably only get worse before
I
it
don't have
gets
too much
better.
historical homework to do.
Right.
Because we talk a lot about like just things that they're not going to learn in school already.
Mm-hmm.
But just things going on as far as without getting too far off topic. Just art and stuff and sports and fishing and yeah, I got a lot of work to do. Reading, reading
Breathing.
in general, not
Yeah.
even history, just in general.
Yeah.
Yep. As I get older, I got to sharpen up on shit. I just said I need to go to church.
Because these
All
motherfucking kids can't read.
oh, mine won't be those ones.
They better not be.
Shit. Zach is kind of reading kind of good for 4 right now. He
Listen,
can identify letters and words very pretty good.
listen. If none of my, if all my nieces and nephews can't spell cat, I'm gonna be real mad at y'all. I'm gonna be real mad.
He gonna feel like on them Beetlejuice videos.
Brother, I would
I
be,
don't know nothing
hey,
about no carrots.
yeah, I'm kicking in all you, James, Brandon. Hey, if I come to y'all's house and I'm like, hey, spell
Nah,
alphabet.
'cause shit. Yeah, he be at it. Uh,
Yeah, okay.
nah, oh
I'm just
hell
checking.
no. Cause like, look, I was not the greatest. I wasn't a scholar by no means in school,
I didn't do
but
good until I think
until I gave a
like
fuck.
junior year. Yeah,
Yeah,
junior.
until I knew I needed to graduate.
Yeah, and from like junior year on, I had like a 3.5 GPA. So
Well, my
like,
cumulative was trash. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
oh, my
But
cumulative was like a 2.7.
get better than me. But I wouldn't want that for my kids. So I am like, without like getting too crazy and in the head about it, trying to make sure I just hit some of the spots because he processes things like I do also. So now I'm gonna have to like actually relate with him instead of beating it in his head as to why it's important instead of
Mm-hmm.
so and that goes
I
along with
did, yeah.
history and reading and stuff like that because I didn't really have to as a kid. I did, like, me and my dad used to always read together and stuff like that, and I went through Harry Potter. I think I did all 7 of those, but I didn't really do too much leisure reading, and I think I'm gonna try to make sure I get my kids in a little bit more of that.
Yeah,
But otherwise, but yeah, I'm gonna have to have some kind of system because, like I said, this shit is important.
it's very important. Like I said, I said in the last one, there's importance to media literacy,
Mm-hmm.
and especially, and that comes down to, can you decipher these uh the way that this article and things are set out, and
Mm-hmm.
structures, and what different commas and periods and stuff mean. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely because
Now, I am very good about that because I still can't type the way that I talk, and it drives me crazy.
I yeah that
Like, I know what I want it to sound like, but it ain't spelled like that. So I get like I'm real. I got
yeah
most of the B's in English.
I had to learn how to kind of very much like code switching.
Mm-hmm.
When I write, I have to code switch, and
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So when I write, when I get on here and I write stuff out, then I kind of go in. You have a professional mode and whatnot, so I can kind of
Mm-hmm.
decipher.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still learning because I'm very bad with like grammar and punctuations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm a grammar Nazi, low key. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I am to an extent.
Uh-huh.
Like the
I don't like.
they're
I'm not a Nazi, but if I see, I don't correct people on it because I don't care because I get it. But like when I'm typing my own words, I don't try to be super correct, but I know it looks bad if
Right.
it especially depends on who I'm talking to, email
Yeah.
versus text message and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But and sometimes I'll be wrong about the grammar too, but I be trying.
Well, brother, did you learn something today?
I did. I learned that we need to keep learning, and I learned that James Baldwin is probably a pretty good start for just probably getting introduced to
Basic African American knowledge, brother. African
yeah,
American literature.
yeah. There we go. African American literature specifically. I was looking for more specific. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit better. I ain't
Awesome.
doing bad, but I want to do better.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, tell the people
mm,
where they can find you.
you can find me at Brother Gresh Visuals on Facebook or underscore Gresh on Instagram. And you can find us on YouTube at Off the Porch Pod.
And you can find us on IG at Off the Porch Pod. And there's periods in between all the letters. Words. Words. Yeah, that.
Not letters, the words.
The
Off the
words.
Porch Pod.
Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Goodbye.
Love y'all.